Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Line gets set, first down. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Sooners!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Ruiz. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Power football with the run. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
The Hurricanes will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Running behind that left side. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Quarterback keeps it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ruiz. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and he lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Miami! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. not inside Neyland Stadium. One of the best home field advantages. Of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Sam Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield making plays.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dialing up a second down pass play. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Cox. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Baker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do, throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Leaves it with the back. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And he's out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
And how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Into
the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ruiz. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The give to the back. And the Canes pick up the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to get to him. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks that can run nowadays put so much pressure on a defense, and then the ability to make you miss and sometimes curl it up and make a big play, but also knowing scramble, get some positive yards, and when to get out of bounds. Nice job by him there.
Spits it out to the back. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Looking downfield, it's Cox. Gets away from one. Extending the play. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
To the air on first down. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed at so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sooners ready to go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They feed him again. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Buys a little extra time. He'll let it go down the right side. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. This offense has a second down play. Looking to pass. It's Cox. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you make plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, running back on the move. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
They'll throw it on first down. And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
enough play action on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give from the gun. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Open space at the 25. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing in the second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Miami. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Baker. Knocked down for the tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter. Miami 28, Oklahoma 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Offense gets set for second down. The aerial assault continues. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He finds his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Line getting set on second down. Using his feet. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his second and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Try to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense with the scoop and score. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous. They stripped it out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed on the outside, it's Mitchell. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Tackled after picking up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll give it to him again. runs through the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Coming after him. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I know the offense didn't make a huge play, but he does a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, buying a little bit of time, picking up some positive yards, trying to stay in pocket.
Looking for the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.